From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 12-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll get this out to Gurley. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Shaq Thompson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action. It's Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall His third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
Oh, we got plenty.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Taken in at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Tua sets up to pass it. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out.
Yeah, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Darnold. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Tremble. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this 1st half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. A deep ball for Gurley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Justin Burke.
Intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over first and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. After the interception, here's Darnold. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw once more on second and 10. Darnold eluding the pressure. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now it's the backup Newton. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Marshall. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Tremble in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. The 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd
and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
First down.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one, and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. A deep ball for Gurley. And got his man complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now back to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Faking the give, Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And this one's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break, contain, and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
50%. Watch the run, watch the run. Lady. Sponge. No.
Now a give right side McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great... And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So a poor return exacerbated by a holding call makes this 1st and 10 back inside their own 5. Back near his goal line, here's Tua. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, no, I'm ready. Mike 4, all day.
Looking to pass. Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Again, McCaffrey. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They try to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Gonzalez's kick is good, and their lead will swell up to 28. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll get this out to Gurley. And he goes out right around the 39. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey. 4 down. Mike, 4.
Now Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
48 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Shedding the tackle. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defensive.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Dolphins 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lead.
He's got a man complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
10
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 75 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.
Only religion was the moolah. Made a couple million, hallelujah. Daddy was a tutor. Called a homeschooler. Never did homework. I was going home with the work, no tutor. Used to have enough. Grew up with the hustlers and the killers. Now I'm kicking it with Puffy in the villa.